Hi guys, Miles here. Just a quick, not really quick, but it's going to be kind of an in-depth guide on what to do after level 45 on how to gear your character. The first half is going to be PvP. The second half is going to be PvE. Now, I am primarily a PvP player, so the PvP is going to be a little bit more in-depth. I know that Aion is more geared towards the PvP section. So, yes, if this guide helps you, please just leave me a comment down below. I don't really care about the like or the subscribe. I just want to make sure that this helped at least one person. So if this did help you, please let me know. So what do I do after 45? So first things first that you need to do, press M, just go through, go to your mainland, and do your fucking strongholds. Do your strongholds, do your sealed dungeons. These will get you a ton and ton of power. Like, anybody that sits there and tells you, oh, no, you can go back and do them later. No, fuck them. Do this. Gets you tons of HP, tons of offensive stats, tons of defensive stats, tons of just everything. This helps in PvP. This helps in PvE. This helps both. Just do them. Just get them out of the way. I can't stress that enough. But on the PvP side of it, the Abyss, if you hit escape, you can go to the Abyss. This is where I'm at currently. The Abyss is where you get all of your PvP gear. Not all of it. There are rifts that happen in the world every 4 hours. You can go through that rift, which brings you to the other side, aka the Aion side, or the Asmodean side if you're on the Aion side. But yes, Abyss is where you get most of your PvP currency. Now, this is something that I learned today, so if I miss something, I apologize. But there's not a lot of information out there, and I would love to help at least a few people. So once you come to the Abyss, there's specific things that you can do. So what is PvP gear and how does it work? So you have your normal gear, which is just from leveling, go doing dungeons, things like that. But the PvP gear works a little bit different. So in the Abyss, you get these things called Abyss points. Now I have 41,385. How you get these, there are a few main ways that you can do them. But the easiest way that you can do them is by these portals that are in the Abyss. So every once in a while, now this is about to happen, it's at 96.94%. What's going to happen is these portals are going to open up for specifically 5 minutes. Now, how they work, though, is that once you go to this Artifact Resonance tab, this little ball floating in the sky, each faction is going to fight over. Whoever wins, there are 3 of them. Whoever wins will get 5 minutes per portal. Do not take that 5 minutes lightly. You can make literally 10,000 Abyss points in that 5 minutes if you have a good farming character. I average around 8,500 because I don't have a ton of AoE and my damage isn't that high. Sork is more along the lines of single target. But once you capture these zones after the faction v faction fight, they look like this. They're corridors, or essentially just portals. They will then lead you into that zone. You'll fight a bunch of mobs just running in a circle, kill them as fast as possible. You get a bunch of Abyss tokens. Now, how do you spend those Abyss tokens? You press escape, you go to the battlefield. You go to the trade shop, and then you go to gear. This is where all of your PvP gear is. Me personally, I'm starting with earrings because they're the cheapest, but they also give a flat 5% PvP damage boost. They can also roll flat int and flat crit and a flat attack base. So these are extremely, extremely good, and they're pretty much dirt cheap. You can farm them in a day if you do it well. But not only that, but not only in the main game do they have feathers, or the main land do they have feathers, but in the Abyss they also have feathers. So if I press M here, if I go to content, if I scroll in, you're going to see all these feathers. So all these feathers, what they do is you can put them into the Monolith, and when you put them into the Monolith, what happens is you can get PvP skill books. You press U, you go to the Asphalt side, and then you can fill these with PvP evasion, PvP crit hit, PvP attack, PvP defense. So you can stop getting one shot, you can start one-shotting people, and your life is good. So, sorry, I apologize. I am sick. I'm just getting over literally pneumonia, but I thought I'd put this video out because I'm not seeing literally any content on what to do after you're level 45. So, yes, make sure to farm your feathers. I think this should be a #1 priority the second that you get 45 if you want to be a PvPer. There's about 200 of these, 220 I think to be exact. You just do these, you go between these islands, you farm all these, you just grab them really quick, probably take you a couple hours, and then you get a bunch of monolith stats. I'm going to finish that up probably before I go to bed tonight. But yeah, so main way, portals, it's about to happen again. Second way, get in there, get your feathers done, get a couple boards. Now, obviously, as you can see, there's 200 done. I've got about 40 or 50. That's obviously not going to get me this entire board filled. So how do you get the rest of it filled? So what you can actually do is, again, by going through the battlefield, going to the trade shop, but instead of going to the gear side, we're going to go to the growth side. So step 1 of 4, you can actually buy these tokens for 7,000 Abyss coins. Now you can do this 10 times. That's 70,000 Abyss coins. That's 10 blocks. Step 2, another 10. Step 3, 15. Step 4, now these get extremely expensive, but this is just the way that the game works. It's an extremely grindy game. And once you get to that set to where you're starting to get this gear, you're starting to get the growth, you're starting to get all of these chests down, I promise you it is 100% going to be not a terrible grind. You have 13 hours a week. You have recharge stones that you can actually get from contracts. So you can do these contracts here. Bam, you go here, you pay 150k, 75k, 37k, and 15k. You can do these contracts. They're just kill quests, and they give you tons of loot. Not tons. I'm going to be honest with you. They're mid, but I'll show you really quick. I actually have a couple of them. But they are literally free points. They give you enhanced stones to upgrade your gear, but they also give you 500 for the basic reward. The epic one can give you about 900 to roughly around 1,500 Abyss tokens. And the big one gives you about 800 to, I think it can give up to like 2k at max, but these are just extra random bullshit. Like if you're killing for Abyss tokens, you might as well just make those anyways. They're, I think, weeklies. Yeah, resets in 11 hours, but I think these are weeklies. Might be dailies. I could be wrong on that. But that's another way that you can easily make tokens. Now, what else is there? So if you hit Alt-J, this is crafting. So crafting is honestly very straightforward in this game. You essentially go around the world, you grab a shit ton of mats, you go through, and then you go to a crafting bench, and then you RNG craft. The crafting way that it crafts fucking blows. I hate it. It's not fun, but it is what it is. It just takes a long time. Like the crafting itself isn't bad. It's just the fact that it takes so long to actually craft items. I can kind of show you really quick how it works. So if you go to the bench, like any bench, let me see, crafting table, blacksmithing table. I just crafted all my shit. So actually, you know what? I think I have a few of these here. Yeah, so if I craft strong leather, right? So let's say I have 50 strong leathers in my inventory. You have to go through this process here every single time. Every time. Now, there might be a different way to do it. If there is, let me know in the comments below. But everything that I've seen, you have to go through this process every single time. Now, once you actually craft that, there are specific emergency crafts that you can do. So the Artisan's Orichalcum Greatsword. So let's go over to the blacksmiths. If they have one here. Yes, they do. It's literally right here. So let's do the Greatsword, right? We have to go get a Orichalcum Greatsword. So it's not going to be the right one. It's not going to be the green one. You need a blue one for that 4.6k Abyssal tokens. Now, how do I actually get this here? So what you're going to do is you're going to start by getting all the materials. You're going to go out there and you're going to grab Orichalcum. You're going to make Orichalcum ingots. You're going to craft this greatsword. And if you look here, it has a 25% chance. It's called combo crafting. You have a 25% chance to actually craft an expert's Orichalcum greatsword. So what I would say is just go out, spam a bunch of Orichalcum nodes, spam a bunch of Odalia nodes, which are just those green floating things in the sky. They look like orbs. And then just spam these until you get one blue. So once you get the one blue, what you can do is you can just hit that Alt-J. You turn in one. So Orichalcum Greatsword, you can do or sword and shield, daggers, mace, whatever it is. And then you just got to turn in one. You can do the same thing for handicrafts. Now, they have weeklies too. So, like earlier, I turned in something like serums or something like that. Like there's 30 potions that you can turn in for 7,000 abyss tokens, like superior life serums. All you got to do is literally just go and turn them in. Honestly, I think you can literally go to like a general merchant and literally buy those. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think there's a general merchant like down here. Yeah, it's over here. So you can actually just go and you can do these crafting things, and this is like what the game is about. Like superior life serums. Okay, they just came from quests, essentially. But once you do those, you can turn them in. You know, your superior soul stones. You can do food. You can do cooking. You can do literally anything on here. Like there's even yellow crafts that you can do for 35,000 to 39,000. You can do all this crazy shit on here. That gives you a ton of abyssal tokens, and these are all seasonal or weeklies. Like you have weekly crafts that give you 3.5k for just going out and farming robust scales, or artisan crafting a couple of tomes, or just random. There's so many ways to make money, or so many ways to get your gear up. I apologize, but those are like the main ways to do it. I don't know if I missed anything. Obviously, there's Rift PvP. That's an event that happens every 4 hours. A rift will open up. You teleport to it. You go to the other side, the Aion side in my case, or the Aions can go to the Asmodeus side. You can do strongholds on the opposite faction side, or you can also do those side dungeons on the opposite faction side and get more board progression. So you can actually fill it. I think you can actually fill out this entire board, if I'm not mistaken. And then you also get things like that. Now, what I'd recommend for PvPers especially, it's going to take you a while to get your PvP gear. Please run your dungeons. Please do your dailies. Get all that shit done. Just be done with it. It sucks. We all hate the PvE, but it will help you in the long run, so just do it. Now, I'll show you personally. There you go. This is going to give me as fills because I just did more of those. So this is going to reward me 2 points. So I'm really looking to go towards this PvP damage boost. So this is going to give me crit hit, accuracy, crit hit, crit evasion, PvP attack, status effect, crit hit resist. So I really want to go towards offensive stats. I don't really care too much about defensive stats right now. So I'm actually going to go this way because these give me more offensive node than defensive node. So that's just how that works if you guys haven't seen already. This event happens in another 1%. I probably won't show that on video just because it takes a while and I'm really fucking tired. I just want to go to bed. But that's essentially how to progress your PvP gear. Now, PvE is super straightforward. Like, once you hit 45, again, make sure you're doing your strongholds. Make sure you're doing your side dungeons to get that enhanced material. It gets you a bunch of Kina. It gets you a bunch of those blocks to get you, for your Pantheon, to get you really, really powered up. Get you a lot of HP. Get you a lot of juice. So then once you're 900 gear score, because you did your feathers, your Pantheon, your all that other shit, the strongholds and shit on the side, that's going to get you 900 gear score. Once you're 900 gear score, you do that, by the way, by just getting like a level 10 main weapon. Once you complete the main story, like you do the whole thing, it'll give you a gold weapon. You get your noble belt, you get your revelation amulet up to blue. Those are done by the strongholds and the feathers. Those will give you the materials to upgrade those. So as you can see here, I can upgrade this for 7,500. Once you get 900 gear score, you go to your expedition tab and you run Draupnir. Now, if you do not get any gear on your first run, do not worry about it. They have a pity system, so if you run this 3 times, you can get any piece of gear here. Personally, I'm a DPS player. I'm pretty much glass cannon, so I chose the chest piece because I can roll a specific mod that I like, which is just a flat damage boost. You can run, let's say you really want attack speed and you're really, really slow on your attack speed. You can run gloves. Your gloves can actually roll combat speed, so that's really nice there, but I already have it on my gloves personally. So I already rolled combat speed, so I don't really need it. Make sure you're throwing in mana stones. It's kind of just, I didn't have it in my boots, so I'll show you how to do that. You just go to this button here, engrave mana stone, and then they're all in my bank because I'm a fucking idiot. So I don't have those. But just put mana stones in your gear. That'll get you a bunch of combat power too, so you can hit that 900 and run that dungeon. After you get that pity piece, after running this 3 times, if you have the energy Honestly, if you're over 900 and you do hit the 1000, I'd recommend just going straight to Conquest, knocking these out. These have the same pity system, except that these have 14 chests that have to be looted, which is aka 7 runs if you have membership, 14 runs if you do not have membership. Realistically, it took me all 14 runs. I only got 1 ring, but after that 14th run, I got that the bark necklace, which is, if you look here, again, you go to Expedition, you go to Conquest, you go to the chest here, bam, bark necklace, or Burk necklace, sorry. But you can pick any of them. I just picked the necklace just because I can run flat int on there. I did not roll the int, obviously, because my necklace sucks, but it does have attack on it, so I'm not too mad about it. Now, soul binding. Soul binding, I did want to roll the attack mod, you can essentially reset it by doing this, and these books here can actually reset the attack mod. Say I wanted to roll attack and int on there, this has a chance to actually roll different mods. I'm not going to do that yet, but I think that that's not a good idea on early game gear, but if you really want that extra little bit of power, you can absolutely do that. Now, in terms of gearing up in expeditions and how to get that PvE, those PvE nodes, it's literally just doing dungeons, doing the extra content, the strongholds on the other side of the map as well. This will get you those extra blocks on top of how do I get my gear enchanted, or I'm running out of enchant stones and I can't really sustain those. The way that you do that, just do your daily dungeon. Right now you can get a maximum of 10k. Realistically, that's kind of unrealistic for classes that don't have a shit ton of AoE. Currently, I'm getting around 7.5k every run, and I have 10 more runs. But if you don't have the membership, do your 7 runs. That's 70,000 tokens. If you don't, if you hit the 10k, if you don't, and you're around that 7k mark, which is more realistic, you'll have that 49,000, 50,000 extra stones just for free, just for the week. And that resets in 12 hours. So now I just get another 50,000 just because. And then Kina comes from pretty much doing anything out in the world, but for the most part, it's going to be done through those green quests. So there'll be, if you press M, you'll go to the mainland, because I'm not there. You'll jump here, and you'll go to exploration, or not exploration, you'll go to J, sorry. You'll hit J, and then you'll go to regional quest. These regional quests, they'll give you like 100k, they'll give 200k, they'll give up to 500k at sometimes. But realistically speaking, yeah, just get those quests done. That'll help you with a lot of power as well. Saiga's invited me because we're going to do some PvP. But yeah, we're going to go get this stuff done. So I'm going to go ahead, and I hope this video hit the right audience, and I hope you guys learned at least something from this. If you guys did enjoy the format of this video, please let me know in the comments. I don't really care about the sub or the like. I just hope this reached at least one person that I could help, and I wish you guys the best of luck in the future. If you guys want more videos like this, let me know. And if you guys want to join any of the guilds that Canon has on this server, that is who is mainly running this American side server, so shout out to him. Please hit me up on Discord or join Canon's Discord, and let me know where you came from. So appreciate you guys. Have a good one. Good luck on the grind. Peace.